on a high note.
Thanks, that's our show. Hello again. Welcome back to our weekly symposium. This week we're giving our...
It's one of our best lectures.
It's a re-symposium. We've given this one before.
Yes.
We know this
what's
one.
It called?
I'm sorry.
Does anyone
remember what we are going to be giving our symposium about? Just a word or a topic or a sound, perhaps breathing.
The highway?
The highway. Yes, that's right. The highway.
Of course. How could you forget that?
I'm sorry. It's been a long week. It was a rough.
Well, actually,
drive
we're going to need volunteers. Actually.
Yes. In order to conduct our symposium properly, we need let's say 3 volunteers. Preferably human beings. That works best.
But we're not fussy.
We did use a paint can once, but it worked out not so well.
It's very easy.
And perhaps we can do it
I'll
with only...
volunteer.
I see you. Yes. Come on down. Thank you.
And Krause is eligible for this contest. I'll volunteer. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a second person. And perhaps one more person. One more who I can see in the lights.
Right.
Thank you so much.
What exactly were you saying before I interrupted with, the schematics?
I merely was saying that the reason why I was late in the first place was because of traffic.
Really?
Yes.
How extremely apropos to tonight's lecture.
Yes, and for the life of me, I could not remember what this topic was.
Was this traffic on a highway?
Well, yes, it was.
Did you take a picture?
No, hardly. I failed.
Did you perhaps save a picture of a highway or traffic?
Yes.
Yes.
I do have a saved picture of a highway with traffic on it.
Can you tell that I'm segueing into the slide?
Oh, yes. Quite.
Yes. Thank you for catching up.
Yes. Now that we're all caught up, let's take a look at the first slide in our series titled Highway, the Byway.
Now, it seems simple once you realize it, but we did not always have highways in our life.
Not as we know it.
And hitchhikers actually used to hitchhike near anything, streams or surf contests, or they would just carry...
Roadkill, as we can see in the picture.
Yes.
One finds it quite difficult to be picked up on the highway when one has roadkill under one's arm.
Indeed. And considering that these
So
were pre-highway days, it was actually also very difficult to get roadkill.
Yes.
So it wasn't an advantage, but you had to go to great lengths to actually get it.
Exactly. In the old days, we used to make roadkill by ourselves without the use of automobiles.
By rubbing 2 sticks together.
Yes. Now let's look at the second slide. Now, as we see as the lens brings into focus, that in the early days of the highway, priests and clerics were quite the travelers.
Yes, and they were also extremely bored with travel.
Oh, yes.
They would just be traveling along bored as hell.
Yes. Yes, there was hardly a momentous occasion that would occur when a priest was out and about. I think we all know that saying.
Why do we even have this slide? I mean, it's really dull watching somebody being bored. I mean, why did we went to effort. We put this in a slide projector.
Next slide, please. That's a wonderful point. I think you can all tune into the excitement of this.
Yes. Quite a polar opposite is when the whores started using the priests and then whores, like every aspect of our society, that's how it goes.
They go together, priests and whores, priests and whores. Sometimes priests with whores, sometimes whore priestesses, as we see here. Why would we arm a whore priestess? That's always been my question, and you've yet to answer me. You always evade.
I think that it's really quite obvious, and that we should... Next slide! There, I gave you a straight answer. Now, ultimately, we have to ask, the future of highways. Could this be how we will travel in 2 years' time? In superhuman, metahuman go-karts? Made of bones and fire?
And don't forget the sodomy steering wheel.
How could I forget the sodomy steering wheel?
You almost did. Once again, Julia.
I was building up to it.
Well, I think the sodomy steering wheel is quite the epicenter of all that is the future of travel as we know it on a highway.
We're very proud of that patent.
That's why I did the finger side. So let's take a look at the final slide. I'm having some problems with the projector. There we are.
I'm glad we took the small lens today.
Yes. Well, here it is. I don't think that there's anything that says anything about highways quite the way that this does.
And ironically, it was taken in the middle of a field.
Yes.
No highway in sight.
Well, that's the reason for all the statues.
Yes. Well, I mean, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to put a statue on a highway, would it?
Well, now that you mention it, no.
I'm glad we agree
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I was just going to end this slideshow. So.
I was going to end it too, but you go ahead.
No, you should really.
No,
I hate to be the one that always ends the slideshow.
No,
Slideshow ender, you'll be yelling at me.
But you're doing so well.
Well, I can set it up and then you can tip it in.
Okay.
And now, having seen that, you, how do I normally end it? I forget how, this is the end of the slideshow. No, that ends it for you. Alright, looking at this slide,
Drive safely!
thank you, that's our support.
And your volunteers. Okay, we're going to play a little deal called Balladeer. Can I please have a relationship between two people?
Doctor and patient.
A doctor and a patient, that's deep. Doctor, just give it to me straight. I can take it.
Well, I got a gummy arm. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. I intended to do the operation. I had every intention to do it, but it turns out my arm is no good.
Doctor, every time I come here for some sort of ailment or what have you, advice, it always turns around to be about you. I'm the patient.
I hardly think that that's true. I do have some rampant halitosis, though.
She wonders why I always talk about myself, why I keep my feelings right out on the shelf. Well, the truth is that I want her to know me better. I think that we could be friends, or maybe even write a letter at Christmas time, when it's often the custom. But how can I just go out and bust in with my feelings?
All right, I'm ready. I'm going to write down all of your symptoms.
Oops.
So now it's about me, now you care. I was in here 3 weeks ago, you took the tests, you called and said yes, they're all positive, every single one of the tests is positive, and I don't even know what you tested for.
I was in here 3 weeks ago, and I was extremely positive.
I didn't say, it's not what I said.
I'm sorry, I guess you're right. I guess I am only thinking of myself.
You are and I'm leaving.
You can't leave now.
Why not?
She can't leave now. I've got to tell her. I've got to shout. I've got to yell her how I love her, how I long to be her dancer, how I've been avoiding the fact that she's got pancreatic cancer. This is my last chance to tell her
For a man with a gummy arm, you hope. I just want to go. I'm uncomfortable, and
That's because your pancreas hates you.
What? Those tests weren't about my pancreas, were they?
That's what I meant when I said there's a big difference between me and your pancreas. I thought it was so simple. Your pancreas hates you and wants you to die. I want you to live on a gumdrop island with me and my gummy arm.
What is this man telling me? What are these truths he reveals? Can this be sent from above? Can this be my chance at chemo love? I hope so. God, I hope so. I hope so.
Look,
Did I mention I hope so?
I'm completely
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Look,
Yeah.
I can love you. Just like a normal man with an arm that doesn't flop.
Doctor, maybe we could get some coffee after treatment.
And that was Balladeer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Leave.
Wait, I thought the show was
No, go!
Oh,
Go!
I thought things were...
It's not a good show until Rick leaves.
Damn it.
Okay. Now, we've made Rick leave for a reason. The fact is that he was out past curfew last night, and his mother and I are very disappointed. And we need for him to figure out what he did last night. So can we get from you, the wonderful audience, what activity he did last night past curfew?
Silo climbing.
He was silent climbing?
Silo climbing.
Oh! That makes more sense.
Oh, that makes
sense. Okay, he was silo climbing. And he wasn't doing this near silos or anything. He was doing it in a very unusual, non-geographic location that's larger than a porta potty but smaller than a stadium.
That leaves a lot.
Yeah, it's more open than it might seem. So if anyone can think of a non-geographic location that's larger than a porta
Cell
potty.
phone tower.
A cell phone tower.
Well, you climb towers. Maybe that's too... How about,
Is it too close? Can we get
how
something?
about, no, how about just a cell phone?
A cell phone?
Is that okay with you?
Sure, that's not on
Okay, a cell phone.
A cell phone.
That is an unusual place to be. He wasn't alone though. Rick doesn't have the balls for that. Can you guys think of a celebrity living or dead that he did this with?
Steve Urkel.
Steve Urkel. Or if we want to be technical, Jaleel White.
I don't know if we...
Okay, so we're going to get Rick here in a minute, but to review, Rick was silo climbing in a cell phone with Urkel.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the count of 3, can we get him back here with a big shout of, "Hey, Rick"? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Rick!
Whoa.
Oh.
Have a seat there, young man.
Whoa. Hey, watch the merchandise.
Look, don't sash your father.
Hey, I'll call child protection. Look, this better be important. I was just in the middle of PlayStation 3.
Well, let me tell you that, son, this latest prank goes to new heights of chicanery.
I love when you say chicanery, Dad. That means I was up to no good.
I think up to no good is really what we have to focus on.
So I climbed up a tower. So what? I didn't scream Esmeralda.
Not just a tower.
Not just any tower, son.
Sears Tower. It's a place. I'm just saying, it's a place. Hello, you guys don't know anything.
Oh, I hate when you do that. Do you have to keep doing that all the time?
Heavy breathing tower. Yep, that's where.
I'm sorry I'm just exasperated with you, and I both excel air in an exasperated manner and lower the register of my voice with it.
Jesus, it's a wonder I'm still alive. I barely made it through that sentence. Alright, so I climbed up a tower. Excel tower. I excel at climbing towers.
Look, you probably got high up there, didn't you? Which is ironic.
Yes, I did.
Just ironic.
When you do this, son, it's like a little grain of annoyance, like a grain in my shoe, and you keep doing this, and it's some kind of huge stockpile of grain stored in a comical fashion. That's how I feel emotionally. Like there's some kind of building or structure with a conical formation that stores grain in my heart.
You feel like a silo, Dad?
Woo! So you climbed?
I climbed a silo? Wow, you guys really are good parents. I mean, you know I climbed a silo, definitely.
When you were up there, the least you could have done was notify us somehow.
Well, I was on top of Nextel Silo. Or Verizon Bill.
Look, so when your father and I got together, you know, and all little particles formed you, all those little things that make up a person, you know, those.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, son.
Inappropriate touching.
Oh.
Yes, I was on a part of a silo. A small, tiny...
Look, son, do you have the sniffles?
Yes.
Do you need a tissue?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to break this tissue up into tiny component parts.
That'll be harder to blow my nose with, but I feel it makes me want to say something.
This should make you want to say something, son. I mean, with this you can pretty much say something to anyone, anytime. You know?
I was in...
Come on, admit it, son. Chirp up.
I was on an atom. I was in a molecule.
It's actually larger. Look, son.
I don't know, I guess my guilt must be holding me back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
I should sprint to make a decision. Sprint.
You're in the right area.
I was Nextel sprinting it. I was like a...
And what are you looking for right now?
The phone to read the front of
That's
it.
right, what kind of phone? That's right.
Comcast.
No.
Brand.
No,
Son.
how about something
Is
more
it a
generic?
landline?
Cell phone.
Right!
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were so unspecific.
Yes.
Nice.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, unspecific.
Nice. So I was on top of a silo with in a cell phone, on a cell phone, climbing a cell phone, scaling a cell phone, mind you. I was scaling a silo cell. Silo cell phone.
I think, son, what you're trying to say is that you were silo climbing in a cell phone?
Yes.
Okay.
I was silo climbing in a cell phone.
With who?
With Anne Margaret.
Look,
Roger Waters?
honey, this is taking longer than I thought. Do we got any cheese?
Burgess Meredith.
No.
Look,
A rat.
son.
See, I know you hang out with people that look and dress and appear like your father. Sure, maybe they're different heights and different things, but the generic way about him is pretty right on.
Mom, I almost don't want to guess. I just want Dad to say it like this. But I will. I was with the guy from Saturday Night Live.
No, son.
No, just kidding.
No.
You know, I know he does really good in school. And he builds inventions and stuff.
No.
Alexander Graham Bell?
But he's all hung up on on that girl. Laura. Thank you.
I'm telling you, we gotta move out of this neighborhood, Dad. The walls are thin.
Well, if you didn't embarrass us so much.
I was siloing the inside of a cell phone with cheese, high pants. High pants. Cheese, Mr. Peanut.
You're a little off air right now, son.
Yes.
You gotta think back to when this event happened many years ago.
Okay.
Now I know that this friend of yours used to be the biggest geek on Friday nights.
Potsy.
But in this house, family matters, okay? Not friends. Family matters.
Okay, son.
Screech.
What is this? You have a new little, what is that?
It's a
Oh,
pimple.
no, it matches all your other ones.
Freckle.
Right. It is.
Oh, wait.
Do you mean or do you mean
I mean,
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you say one more time, I may kill you.
Yes, no, don't do that, Dad. I know what I did. I scaled the inside of a silo cell phone with Urkel. This whole place rings. Gotta get to the next level.
I'm sorry, but you've reached the voice of Isle of Joe now.
Glad you made it up there, buddy.
The rumors are true.
That's right. I retired here after my show went off the air. Some say that the Skibo's got a little mad over the years. A little kooky. Got any cheese?
Why, of course. I wouldn't come all the way up here without cheese. Even though I didn't know you liked cheese. And if someone were trying to make me guess what you liked, and you said cheese, I wouldn't know. Sorry. Sense of aggression. I was on the road. Wait, I have to get this. Hello? It's one of those calls.
I can hear it everywhere. You must know the secret of this place. It's my early 1980s cell phone, before they were really portable. It's 50 stories tall.
It's beautiful.
I know. It's shaped like Laura. Yeah, no, oh my God, no. No, you can't bring her. No.
Jake!
What? It's my birthday.
Jake!
It's my birthday.
Jake!
Okay, Susie. Okay, I don't think you understand.
Don't touch me so.
But that was Matt Nelson on the phone, okay? Matt, PhillyImprov.com Nelson.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know it was Matt, Philly Improv Inside Joke Nelson.
You know how
maybe he has something important to say that only half of us will know. Hey, Matt. Matt.
Yeah.
Are you well? Why are you in our show?
Hey, Susie. Susie.
Matt, the Improv Nelson is talking.
Susie, okay, you know what? Clip. I'm sorry if my name dropping doesn't impress you.
Do you know who you just hung up on?
Yes.
That was Philly, the people that are representing the show, and we should bring them up before we bring up Matt Nelson and crowd. And you just hung up on them.
I'll call them.
Call the M crowd back, and hopefully they will answer if they're in earshot.
It's ringing.
Hello?
Hello? What of it? Here, thank you.
And earshot.
Alright, fine, so I don't know how cell phones work. All I know is styrofoam cups and string.
That's not a cell phone.
Well, it's a cell phone to me.
yesterday, but I lost.
Liar. You said I had big hips yesterday at the dance.
But I like big hips. I was saying I was gonna call you yesterday, but I lost my phone privileges.
You put a can between my thighs so I could crush it for you. And I did, unintentionally.
But it was hot, and I was gonna call and talk to you about it.
I like you too.
Thanks.
You know you have a big head. Yeah, I'm gonna go around here and talk to your other eye. How's it going?
That's fine. You know what? I'm gonna go over here and sit next to your other hip.
Hey, honey.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I got you a new neck brace.
Super.
We wanted to get you a hat like you asked, but we priced and it would have been a couple $1,000.
That's cool. The neck brace looks good.
Yeah, and now you will.
No. That's not it at all. The reason that we're not hiring you has nothing to do with your supposedly large head, which we don't legally take notice of.
Well, then what does it have to do with?
Well, we found a bargain. We hired a Mallet and 2 ice buckets, and they're going to be the ones that are going to fill the position. And we feel good that somebody that works on an assembly line could be replaced by a Mallet and some ice buckets. Nice ice buckets, not the cheap ones. The lid comes completely off. 683. It's 683 steps from my house to your house.
See, I got 682.
All right, a recount.
Okay, no. I just don't think you're step counting club material. I mean, we take accuracy very seriously. Do you know how many times I walked from my house to your house before I settled on 692?
0. You told me you had no intention of doing that, and then you were going to make me walk back and forth 4 times.
And still you got it wrong.
Damn it.
I don't...
All right, I admit it.
Tell me something.
Now do you see why?
Yeah, I can never be a part of Step Counting Club as long as I've scaled the inside of a cell phone silo with Urkel.
That was a good try.
Good job.
Now we're going to play a game for you called Game-O-Matic. How does it work? Well, you tell us the name of an improv game that's never been made before, and we're going to make it and play it for you. So we just need the name of an improv game.
That's
Wrath
not...
of Zor. Lollipop.
The Wrath of Zorz Lollipop?
Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Lollipop. The Wrath of Zorz Lollipop.
Zorz. Okay. In Wrath of Zorz Lollipop, a normal scene commences, but anytime anything sweet is mentioned, one of the characters becomes suddenly enraged, just violently angry for a brief moment, and it influences the scene somehow.
Wow, what bad luck to get locked inside a bakery.
Well, you know what's funny? I was just going to have one of these delicious blueberry muffins.
Okay. I'm going to have an eclair. Ratio. There's creepy filling inside that eclair!
That was dramatic.
Well, as you can See, now it's time for us to hit the highway.
By that he means colloquialistically that the show's over.
Right, and we were Zombieshark.
Thank you very much.